So, Marv,
Good to see you, man.
good to see you, man. It's been a long time.
It's been since what, 2020, the first premiere?
Yeah, I
Hmm.
think so. Have we seen each other after the premiere? Because the
No,
pandemic hit
Yeah, right after,
right after.
like
Yeah,
2 weeks.
right. Yeah. So I'm here with Marv Blauvelt,
Hello.
and we are actually
Wow.
post Horror Hound,
Yes, the
and
second screening, maybe the third, if you add Jeremy Sheldon's private screening in his huge house.
yeah, and yeah, we had a really good screening. I think. I
Oh, I
thought.
thought it was great. Yeah,
Right. Good,
if you can get my mom and dad to come to anything I do, that's a good screening, and they came.
right.
Which it took them. I don't know. We've had 3 or 4 copies of the film in our house, but it took them this long to actually watch it.
How does it feel to be the main clown in a feature film?
Oh my God! It, to be the main, I call myself in that film the big bad, but then somebody goes, "No, you're the little bad." Um, it's amazing. It's amazing that I am like the pulling strings in that film.
You did. You're the catalyst. You're the one that keeps the movie moving.
And it keeps the movie bloody.
Yes.
Thus, my parents didn't see it for 3 years. But that character is so vile and so animalistic. And when I watched it for the first time at your first screening, there was a couple of scenes that I was in. I'm like, is that where am I pulling from? I mean, that's awful. I mean, not awful in a horror. It's good in a horror film way, but I mean, I'm looking at how did I get that deranged? Did somebody?
Well, that's
make
why
me
it's
mad?
called acting.
Yes,
Because
yes.
you're not a deranged person.
No, I try. I don't like people. I don't like. I'm not going to beat somebody with a ball bat or a hammer. I like. I like puppies and kittens.
Furry things.
Furry things.
Yes.
They're sweet and don't bite.
Right.
I had one person come up to me at the premiere at the after party, and I can't remember her name, but she's a friend of yours, and she's timid. She goes, "Can I talk to you?" I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "Oh, you're so scary in that movie." I'm like, "Thank you, thank you." I go, "I'm not going to kill you though.
Right.
I promise. We're at a party. That's not me."
Right. Well, I think that's just basically saying how well you play the role. Right?
Thank you. Yeah,
Because,
it was a fun
if
role
they
to play.
believe in how scary you are in the movie, then of course
I love
that's
that.
you're selling your character.
Yes, and it's hard to be scary in real life when you're only like 5'4", but with that clown, he ran with it.
Right.
Literally,
You did.
after everyone.
Well, I love that story. Doing filming
Yes.
Of Clown Fear, Marv was going home, and we did that one scene, the baseball bat.
Right.
And of course, with the splatter of the blood, it was all over his face.
All over, and all over the arms, everything.
All the arms, and we wrapped around what, midnight or
Oh,
something
it was
like that?
it was like 2 in the
I
morning.
don't think, do we shoot that late sometimes? I don't
Yeah,
I can't remember.
but we didn't start till later in the day.
Oh yeah. So anyways, I guess you didn't clean up your makeup. And so
I forgot.
Yeah, you forgot to clean up the makeup, and then so tell me the story. What happened?
So we were shooting at the ranch,
right
in the middle, like of the mountains.
Santa Clarita.
Santa Clarita.
That's where it was.
And it was mountains and desert, and it was beautiful out there. And it was a perfect, on what do you call it, on location place to shoot.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was a lot of fun.
We had a lot of room to play with.
Yeah, and it was just really cool. And so it was about 2:30. We wrapped about 2:30, and if we wrap late, I'm like, and I did this on purpose too. I would have makeup, take the makeup off. I'm like, I'm just going to go home, and if I'm walking through the parking lot at my condos, I want to see what the reaction. And that's what I thought.
You like the reaction.
I do.
See what they say. You see their faces.
Right.
Like,
I really like.
And also, LA is kind of one of those weird places where people are like, okay, is he for real, or did he just kill somebody?
Did he just work for Lionsgate, or is he going to kill me?
Right.
So I forgot. I did it so many times. It came home so many times with the makeup.
Yeah, full makeup.
That I totally forgot that I had it on. And Eddie. Yeah, Eddie was driving my car.
Eddie Pollock.
Eddie
was
Pollock,
also a clown in the movie.
Who a very scary clown too. But Eddie didn't have his makeup on, and I forgot. And so I let Eddie drive the car because I was really tired, and I had to use the restroom. And I wanted to get a drink, like a soda or something. And I go, "There's a gas station right up here." It's now 3 in the morning, right? And he goes, I'll sit in the car, you go. So I jump out, and there's a guy, I go into the door, and the guy working the store went like this. And they took the open sign, and he immediately turned it to close, right at the door. I'm like, damn it, I gotta pee. I'd like a soda. So I go back to the car, I'm like, and he goes, did you pee? I go, no, he shut it down. Can you believe that? And he's like, do you know how you look right now at 3 in the morning in the middle of like a desert?
Right.
He goes, do you understand that maybe he was frightened? I go, oh, I forgot. So no peeing.
Nothing to drink.
Nothing to drink, and I scared the heck out of a guy that works late.
You kind of did that to yourself, right?
Yes,
you
I
know
did.
That because
I did, yeah.
You could have been normal, and the guy would have been, hey, come on in. But yeah,
one of the reasons I liked coming home with the makeup was because there were people at my condos that I really didn't like, and I hoped they were going to work in the morning. And here I am, you know.
You wanted to scare them anyways.
I did, and my roommate Alex, who's my best friend. Little bodybuilder, but he's like really scared of everything, which is hilarious.
Right.
So I would come home because he worked later. I'd come home and he's like, first night he was like, "Can you not wear the makeup at home, please, before I'm going to bed, please?" I go, "Why? What's wrong with it?"
Right.
I look amazing.
I think if you would have told me, hey, I kept the makeup on, and I would have given you a later call time. That way,
and then I would have taken you to
school. You didn't really need to go through makeup and wardrobe, or actually wardrobe and not makeup, because that would save us an hour of of makeup.
Well,
so, if you would have told me that, I would have been okay, great.
You're like, hey, wait a minute, let's do a trick or treating. I know it's on October. Let's see what the people do.
Yeah.
It was particularly scary when I'm covered with blood with the makeup, and that was hard to explain. That's when I would be scared as a patron.
Yeah, I think so. So, doing the filming of Clown Fear, who was the one person that you really, like work well with? You really like to work with, and would work with again?
That's funny because I kind of stayed during the breaks and stayed out to myself because people look at me and you're Cressers, like, he's disgusting. Stay away from him. Darcy, I love Darcy. We had great chemistry. Her was my wife.
Darcy DeMoss.
Yeah. Darcy
She plays
is great.
the mother.
Yes.
Yeah, she plays Myrtle, actually.
Myrtle the turtle.
Myrtle the turtle.
What's funny about Darcy is everybody thinks that I'm running the show, so I'm kind of like the Tasmanian devil of clowns. But remember that the Tasmanian devil's wife shows up and she's like puts him in his place.
Right.
Darcy runs the show, and I'll admit it. I mean, she runs the show, and
yeah,
I don't fight it.
Yeah, she's great. I really like working with her. Actually.
She was amazing.
The whole cast was actually a lot of fun.
Yeah,
we really gel and had a good time on the set.
It was fun. It was funny to be, like I said, at lunch. You're the guy that's makeup and blood, and everybody else is kind of normal. Not everybody. We have other clowns, but people are like, I was always eating by myself because I think I disgusted people at lunch. I think they thought I was always in character, but I'm not that kind of actor. I'm like, hey, I'm not gonna kill you. Give me a sandwich. So it was a fun. I'm good friends with Augie. Augie is so. I have such respect for Augie Duke as an actress. She's so great. She's so natural.
Yeah.
And her comedic timing was amazing in that film. And I was like,
she's funny. She's good.
She is good.
You're also a good friend with Alyssa.
Alyssa Dowling is like my sister.
Yeah.
She is so talented. I am in awe of her talent and almost a little scared of her talent. I've done 2 or 3 things with her, and I've had scenes with her in another film, and they're like, the scenes are, it's you and Alyssa. I'm like, oh my God, she's so good. I'm not that good, but she says I'm okay.
Don't sell yourself short.
You're right. Thank you.
Yeah.
She was very. She actually told me after a couple of scenes in Clown Fear, she goes, I am really. You did good. I'm proud of you. I'm like, you're proud of me. But yeah, she's a great person. She's one of the
you did a great job.
Thank you.
You carried the movie, and throughout the whole film, you were really, scary.
Thank you.
And convincing, and that's and that's part of the reason.
That's part of your direction.
Yeah,
too.
that's where. Well, that's why I need to come in and continue to keep that tone But you did a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
people were surprised when I did the doctor. When I came out as the doctor, it was the first day of shooting.
Right.
And I remember Sadie looking at Alyssa. Alyssa was there watching the shooting. She was, he's scaring me. He's scaring me. I'm like,
Right.
good.
That's good. That's good. That's what we want.
Yes, exactly.
So, all right. So here we are at Horror Hound 2 years after we filmed, or actually 3 years, because we released in 2020. And so Horror Hound gave us a new life. Or I mean, it had a good life, but we, during the pandemic, we never got a chance to screen it at any festival or any events or any conventions. And of course, right after we screened in Hollywood, or actually in Beverly Hills, we were supposed to go to Horror Hound 2020.
2020.
And it was basically 2 weeks after our screening. It was around February. And that's when the pandemic shut everything down. So now that we reconnected with Horror Hound, and they're actually back and able to do a live event again. And I have to say, the convention was huge this year. We're looking at Cincinnati and not Cincinnati. I'm sorry, Indianapolis. Yeah, Cincinnati's coming up. I was thinking Cincinnati because it will possibly go into that one next.
It would be great.
Yeah. But
Indianapolis is the biggest one. Cincinnati is a pretty big one.
Yeah,
too.
Indianapolis, I have to say, it was huge. The convention center was, enormous. And it was held in a huge hall.
Oh, it was so, it was like a maze. It was so large.
Yeah. But it was very nice. I was very happy to be there. We screened our film, and it was good to, actually be live again. And I thought that the horror convention was really a lot of fun. There's so many people dressed up. The fan base. Oh man,
real loyal,
amazing fan base. Yeah, very loyal. Everyone was so much fun to meet so many different people.
Right.
And it was amazing. And after parties were great. You missed some of the after parties?
Yeah, my cousin came and got sick, and I had to play doctor again. I didn't deliver our baby, but thank God.
Yeah, don't deliver a baby with your cousin.
No. Yeah, no, not at all.
Unfortunately, but maybe on the next one, it's fine.
What was cool though is my parents have never ever come to a screening of anything that I've done, because they don't like horror films, especially my mother. They were there after they watched the film. My mother said, I'm really proud of you. It was really good. I'm surprised. I really liked the film, except for all the sex. But so it was really cool.
I got to meet your parents.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, met the parents for the first time, and it was nice. They were very, very cool. Super gracious to be there, and they were happy to see the film.
And happy that you flew all the way out from Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't miss this, because I wanted to be here for the film, and also to reconnect with you, because
I love that. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's been 3 years, and guess what? He better cast me again, because he knows I'm not dead.
Well, yeah.
My parents liked you so much that my parents have this big sprawling woods and farmland, and he's doing a couple other films, and they're like, oh yeah, they said bring him in. He can use our our location,
your property, and the ranch. I guess they were telling me they live on a farm.
Yep.
So yeah.
So
we can add the scene into our farm.
It would be so cool, because nothing like that ever happens out. Like, it's so remote. The neighbors are cows and goats. So to have something like that out there, it'd be cool. It'd be cool. It would be something they could always say, hey, there's a movie. Men came out from LA and they filmed some scenes here.
Right.
So it'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah. To be so on the farm. Are there like animals, or what?
They don't. The farm part they rent, and it's over like a mile away. My grandmother, and too bad, my grandmother passed away, and she lived in this huge 200-year-old, like 18th century, like brick creepy house with a spiral. I mean, creepy. Well, she passed away.
Sounds good.
Oh, it was.
Oh,
it was scary.
Passing away, but the scary
part, yeah. And in fact, one of her friends told my dad. My dad kind of freaked out. One of her best friends, who's 90 and still alive, and she's like, so pulled my dad aside. She goes, there's demons all over that house.
Wow.
And my dad was like freaking out, because we all grew up there. But, and I'm like, you believe in demons? And he's like, well, I loved your grandmother, but yeah, did you meet her? So that would have been good, but they sold the house, and it would have been perfect.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we'll make it work. I got to come out and see the location.
yeah.
And then what about the local area? Are there a lot of people that we can pull for cast, maybe?
For yeah, cast or background people.
Okay. Yeah, background people.
I'll make it work.
We'll make it work.
I'll put myself in the clown makeup again. You're gonna do it.
Yeah. Or else I'm bringing the bat.
Yeah, the bat was just in the trunk of my car.
Okay.
We never got it out.
Yeah, we should have gotten it
Yeah.
out. God, dang it.
I love playing a little ball with a human head. No, I'm just
So, what's next for you? What are we doing?
What is next for me?
Yeah.
I have been out here in Indiana helping my parents. During the pandemic, I came out, and I just didn't go back because.
So you're planning on going back to LA?
I do plan on going back to Southern California. I don't know if it'll be LA. It'll be maybe a little town outside.
Yeah, LA or around the area. Because LA is very, of course, very trafficky.
Right.
And,
I love the Laguna Beach in that area.
Yeah. A little outskirts.
Yeah.
Orange County's great.
And so you can get to LA when you need to, but you don't have to be in the middle of all that.
Yeah.
And nothing about LA. When I first moved to LA, I was in Studio City, and then I was at Echo Park. Echo Park. And then my final place was Tarzana. I had a condo in Tarzana for, I don't know, 6 or 7 years. I loved Tarzana. I love the condo.
Right.
It was very quiet. So that's, because people think LA, wow, it's going to be all noisy. And it is, parts of it are, but you can find places that are. And of course,
there's so many great pockets in LA.
Yeah.
And especially like along the beach. Laguna Beach is amazing.
I love Laguna.
Malibu, Santa Monica.
Manhattan Beach.
Manhattan Beach, yeah. So, of course,
And I'm a California boy through and through.
Right.
I think I am. I try to talk the Valley thing. But
that's good. Come back. We'll do some more films.
Men, that I would, if you said, I'm casting you as a two-headed, mentally challenged guy who was raised by wolves. I'm like, I'm there. Thank you.
Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
Because I might.
I used to have producers who called me up. They're like, we have this role for you, and it's so weird and bizarre and so violent and scary. We've offered it to 3 other people, and they didn't take it, but we knew you would. I'm like, okay.
Nice.
Can I get the script first? No, because you won't take it.
Right.
I'll give it to you right when you get the set.
Well, I'll give you the script first.
I know, he always does. He's good. He's good. I will say, I worked with a lot of directors and producers in horror films, and I need to branch out to something, maybe children's comedy. I don't know. They'll never take me in that.
Christmas Story.
Yeah. Oh, with a scary clown. Men is like one of the top echelon of people I've worked with. He gave me a chance, and that's a weird story in itself. And it just snowballed for me, and it was because of this guy. So he believed in me. I fit in a situation where he needed someone because it
worked out.
Yeah,
and it was good. It was like being in the right place at the right time.
Totally,
and then I was taking a chance on it, and it worked out. So it's
great.
And here we are.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to do Clown Fear 2 this coming year. So we'll see you at the theater.
Yes.
And
we'll make a franchise out of this, baby.
Franchise. It'll be fun. But yeah, it's great to be at Horror Hound this weekend. Great to reconnect with Marv again because it's been 3 years. And,
it has been.
And so we haven't really actually hung out. So coming out here was nice to actually we got to hang out and
and we had some
some drinks and and saw the Cincinnati. Actually, I'm sorry, Indianapolis. He wanted to go back to Cincinnati because I haven't been.
And you will go.
I will be there.
I will say this: he kept in touch with me the whole time, though. It wasn't like oh my God, men's call me. I haven't talked in 3 years. We stayed in touch pretty well.
Yeah, we stayed in touch over the last 3 years, and it's finally nice to be able to reconnect in person.
Yes,
and then be here and enjoy our time. I always cherish being able to get out again because after the pandemic, of course, there was just that whole time of being isolated, and it's nice to be able to connect with people.
And funny story, I thought the pandemic had killed this film, every film coming out, my career, everybody's career. And then all of a sudden he calls me a few months ago. He's like, it's doing so well streaming services. Lionsgate wants a part 2. I'm like, so what I thought was like, it's dead. Nobody's gonna because of the pandemic.
It's never dead.
Yeah, it's never.
Yeah,
And people
nothing's
wanted
never, yeah.
content.
There's never anything that I think, you know, once you put a movie out, and I think it has its own life, and it's always gonna, you know, make its way.
I agree.
Do well. So
I agree.
yeah, I'm excited. I think, you know, we're looking at having some more fun.
I can't wait.
All right.
Bigger and badder and bloodier.
Anyway, so go out and check out Clown Fear.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Fables for the Witching Hour, which is this one.
Which I can't wait to see.
And that one is out. They're both out on Amazon. Mm-hmm. What else? There's trying to get this coming year a couple other films. And so how do we find you, Marv?
You find me on Instagram, Marv Blauvelt. I think it's Blauvelt MB on Instagram. On Facebook too, it's Marv Blauvelt. IMDb, you can check that out. Marv Blauvelt IMDb. So Blauvelt is spelled Blauvelt. It's not a name that people can even pronounce sometimes. And Marv MARV. So
awesome.
I love for people to connect with me and say they either liked me or hated me or were scared of me. Yeah.
And then also you can find me, Min Collins, on Instagram as well and Facebook. And you can find both of these movies on Instagram. Clown Fear Movie, also Fables for the Witching Hour on Instagram. All right? So cheers.
Hey, thanks for watching.
So much fun.
Thanks for being liking our movie.